I am beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
I am smart.
I'm smart.
I'm anointed.
I'm anointed.
And I'm godly.
I'm godly.
100%.
Yay. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mommy Wellness Club. My name is Portia Hadebe. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. So today I have a very amazing woman with me. She's a mom, she's a pastor, she's a wife, she's an orator, she's a motivational speaker, she's a fitness fanatic, and she's also a co-founder of Fervent Women's Club, and her name is Tshegofatso Molekoa. Tshegofatso.
Hi, Posh.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So as you've said, my name is Tshegofatso. The name Tshegofatso means blessing.
Oh.
So whatever relationship I enter into, I really strive to be that for somebody. Tshegofatso is a wife, as you've said, to a loving man. He loves God, and I think that's what made me fall so hard for him. Yeah. And we have two beautiful, precious little babies, Zion and Zoe. And we are also guardians to three of my sister-in-law's kids who's now passed on, Tshegorendi and Diteto. I am a businesswoman. I'm working on a couple of projects, but also together with my husband, we're working on a couple of projects in terms of business. I am a co-founder to Fervent Women's Club. As you've mentioned, I do spoken word poetry. I recite a lot. I'm a motivational speaker. And I am currently a senior business analyst in an IT, and my focus area is customer journey and digital operations. And lastly, I am a daughter of the Most High God.
My question to you is, where and how do you find time to do all of that?
Sure.
Because it's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot.
Oh, it's a lot. I think what I've given up is the notion of thinking that you will always have a balance. I don't think there's ever a balance. Because when one thing is being done very well, it means there's compromise on another thing. And I'm comfortable with that. For me, what I decide to compromise on depends on the analogy of glass balls and rubber balls. Because I know if I drop a rubber ball, it's going to bounce back no matter what. It might be in a week, in a month, in a year, but it's going to bounce back. But a glass ball, on the other hand, once you drop it, it's shattered. It, you can never recover the pieces completely. So I prioritize what's important based on that analogy. I decide, okay, so if I focus on this for now, does this mean that what I'm dropping can bounce back, or do I need to leave this so that I can focus on this? But then I also ask a lot for help. I've learned that if you don't reach out for help, people think you've got it all under control. And sometimes we get so frustrated as moms because we don't reach out for help. And we get angry at our husbands who maybe are just watching TV. But if you had said, baby, no, I can't do this. Can you help me with this so that I can get to this? So I ask a lot for help. And also be gracious to yourself.
Yes. You mentioned your name, Blessing, right? And you've been a blessing, and I've seen in your relationships, and also, in the time that I've known you, you've been a blessing in my life. And I remember, so you and I, we have kids who are almost the same age. Almost the same age, right? And I remember in 2020, after giving birth to my daughter, you were one of the moms that I reached out to, and I was like, Tshegofatso, how are you doing it? How is it going? And your words were so affirming and encouraging, and they blessed me. And you mentioned kids being a beautiful inconvenience, in the most positive light. As a mom, now that you have kids, and now that you're married, how important is prioritizing your own goals? The ones that you had before the kids, before the husband, before all these other commitments. How important is that for you?
Sure, I think that's That's very important. And I think when we become mothers or when we become wives, we sometimes get lost in that transition and we forget ourselves or we lose who we are. You know, and for me, it's important to prioritize my goals, the things that I want to achieve, the things that fuel me, the things that I'm passionate about, because you cannot give from an empty cup. I also think I want to live a life that my children can look back and say, you know, if there's something about mama, she went out and she reached for her goals. Because I don't want to preach something to them as young ones and say, no, you guys, you got to go for your goals, and they're not seeing it from me. So I want them to be able to see it from me. And if anything, if I'm telling them that kind of, motivation and encouragement, I want them to say, look at me. I want to be proud to be able to say, look at me. I've done this, despite this and this. So when you become a mother and you become a wife, you don't lose that.
I've seen you doing morning videos with your daughter. You used to share those videos quite a lot where you'd have your morning affirmations. I used to love that. I don't see you posting them as much now, but I used to love that. Tell me, what inspired that and why is it so important?
I think it's important to affirm my children because I want them to know who they are. The world is cruel, and sometimes unintentionally so. But I want them to know who they are. And I'll give you an instance this morning as I was dropping my daughter off. So I had put a beanie on her head, and I take it off to tie her hair, and then so her hair is a little bit untidy because of the beanie. So she says, "Mama, which means, Mama, they're gonna laugh at me." I'm like, no. Why do you think they're gonna laugh at you? And then I say to her, but even if they laugh at you, just look them in the face and tell them that you are beautiful and you don't know what's funny. You know, I think that's important. For me, that is a glass ball. Because if that is dropped, I don't want my daughter to grow up not being sure of herself because somebody else is going to tell her how she needs to look in order to be considered beautiful. I mean, it's small things like being aware that when I wear makeup, I don't want them to think that I feel most beautiful in makeup, that when I'm not in makeup, they think I don't feel beautiful. But I want them to understand and know that I feel beautiful in both instances, because I don't want them growing up thinking the only time you're beautiful is when you're wearing makeup on, you know. So yes, I do these affirmations with them, and and it's as simple as I am beautiful, I am smart, I'm anointed, and I'm godly.
Can we do that?
Let's.
Yeah, okay.
I am beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
I am smart.
I'm smart.
I'm anointed.
I'm anointed.
And I'm godly.
I'm godly.
100%.
Yay.
And they might not understand it now. Those words might be too difficult for them to understand. But as they grow up and they, come to terms with understanding what that means, they will know that, and they will remember that, Mama always taught us this. Mama always told me how beautiful I am. Even in the house, I mean, we go around, we like do modeling. And if they want to do modeling, we like modeling, and I'm showing them how to do the catwalk. And we're doing all these things because I want them to know that they are beautiful, that they are handsome, that they are godly, and that they are anointed for a time such as this. And so they'll grow into it as they grow up.
I think it's also planting a seed.
100%.
As you say, that they may not understand the magnitude of it now, but as they grow, they will know it, because words are powerful. I mean, we create with our words, And you also shared in one of your posts about how your son one time he caught his image on the mirror and he was so excited wanting to grab it.
So we went on, we were like in the room and there's a mirror, and so we stood in front of the mirror and he saw himself and he was so excited, I think for them a mirror is like a mystery, also because like it's something that they don't always kind of see everywhere. So when
sorry to interject, your son is 11 months now, ne?
Yes, he's 11 months. He's going to be a year next month.
Okay,
can you believe it?
Yeah, I know, time flies. Sometimes it feels like yesterday. I'm like, Mama, you gave birth to another one. I'm kidding.
No, it does. It does. Okay. So when he saw himself, he was so excited. He wanted to grab that mirror.
Yeah.
And it actually reminded me about how, as adults, when we look into the mirror, the first thing that we are going to see is our flaws, or what the world has taught us as flaws.
Yeah.
You know, as a mom, you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to see your stretch marks before you even see how beautiful you are. I think I grew up thinking that I was not beautiful because of my weight.
So, like, speaking on weight, you know, you've shared your journey, your fitness and weight loss journey with us, you know, from like a way back.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
What encouraged you to do that, you know, to do so publicly?
Yeah. The journey is long, can I just say? So it's still going on, you know. And of course, I've gone through seasons of being pregnant, having children, starting the weight loss journey again, then, you know, gaining back the weight, having another child, and starting over again. But
back to back.
It is. Yeah. And that's why I call it a journey. It's not a destination. It's definitely a journey, you know. So, you know, Change is Possible is now a brand. You know, we're doing the things, we're going to the gym even now. And even now with so many children, like there's 5 children. So I have to make the time because it's also something that fuels me, right?
Yeah.
And it's something that God spoke about. So it's definitely a glass bowl. I don't want to drop that. I want to consistently work at it. And I'm still doing that. And it's not easy.
You know what I also normally do when people come and share? And share about their motherhood journeys, right? I want to know, okay, you can choose either one of the 2.
Okay.
Which of the births were interesting for you? Or where you have a story to tell, to say, guys.
Zion's birth.
And
many people don't know this, but when I was pregnant with Zion, I wasn't very happy about that.
Okay.
Because it was
Zion, who is your second child, right?
Yeah.
The 11-month-old.
Yes. Yeah. So my last born.
Yeah.
Because we were transitioning into a place of taking full responsibility of my sister-in-law's kids.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was too much of a burden.
Okay.
Adding another child, I felt like it would rob the existing children also of opportunities, because now, you know, a simple example, when you've got 5,000 rands, and you're thinking of taking one child to school with that money, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, no, we've got 4 other children.
Yeah.
So we need to split that. So, you know, it wasn't a very happy experience for me in terms of having another child. I even didn't want a baby shower. And how my the friends at church actually did a shower, they tricked me into thinking that I was going to be a speaker at an event.
Oh, is it?
And they actually put up a poster and everything with my picture on it.
They created a whole poster.
And I actually went and I prayed for a word, and I got a word. I was preaching on my baby shower. After I preached, then they say it's time for lunch, and they take me to this room and they're like, surprise! I'm like, you guys, you are horrible. But it was a beautiful shower. It really was.
Yeah.
I guess, that's the only way you get a pastor to come to their own baby shower.
Invite them to come preach.
Yeah.
You've spoken about positive self-image and how important it was for you to start your journey of fitness and weight loss even before having kids.
Yeah.
Now that you're a mom, you're having your children, you know, and how has that affected how you see yourself?
Motherhood is like the hood, hey? Gosh.
It's the hood.
Yeah. Motherhood is the hood. It's a beautiful inconvenience, as I've said, you know, and as you've indicated. I think what motherhood has done for me is it has given me an out-of-body experience, and I'll elaborate. So it's allowed me to see myself outside of myself, like literally and figuratively, right? Literally in a sense that when I look at my children, I see me, you know. When I look at my daughter, there are times that I see me, the me that I don't like, and I'm like, ooh, child. you are reminding me of me. You're so stubborn right now.
Yeah.
But then it reminds me of me, you know. So I think it has given me an opportunity to see things about myself that I couldn't have seen in any other way, because now I'm seeing it in a little human being, and I'm like, that looks like me. I don't like that, and it's like me. So it's allowed me to see the things that I still need to work on, things that I still need to improve on, and find ways to kind of work on those things. I think it has also given me an opportunity to evolve. And when I became a first-time mom, one of the things that I used to do was try and hold on to the Tshego that was not a mom before, you know, that was just a wife. And you can't recover her in the same, she's no longer the same. I mean, when you go through pregnancy and you carry a child, you carry a human being, you go through the pain of giving birth, you come back, you've got this little one constantly who needs you, literally, because they can do nothing for themselves. You're feeding them, you're trying to heal, you know. And I mean, I also think I went through postpartum depression, you know, and I was anxious about a lot of things about that Tshego that was now no more.
So you'd say that you did grieve the old you?
Oh, of course, child.
I
did.
No, it's a huge adjustment.
It's a huge adjustment.
It's a huge adjustment.
And I think the element of I think also how much your children need you when they are still at this age is huge, because you almost seem like you don't have time for anything else. And I think that's why I had to instill the need to prioritize my goals, because you always need to give them so much, and rightfully so, because it comes with motherhood or with parenting, and it comes with the age they are in. They literally can't do anything. If they want to eat, it's on me. If they want to go I'm like wiping bums, wiping noses, you know, all you're doing your whole day. But yeah, I think we grow in the experience. I grieved the old me, but looking back now, I don't want the old me, because she's not as wise
as
not
the new you.
Yeah. I appreciate this new Tshego who's able to relate to people in a different way, who's able to share experiences that the old me doesn't have, and who's able to do more, because when you have children and you still can pursue your own goals, I mean, that's power. That's God right there, you know. So I love this new me.
Yeah. You know, on this point of grieving the old you, I'll share a bit. I think for me, what was so difficult that I grieved was time.
Sure, yeah.
The issue of time. I think even now I'm still trying to learn, and it's not even about balancing. Like, I'm not even talking about work-life balance now. I'm talking about having enough time for me.
I'm also like that. I like spending time alone, and I think that's one of the reasons why I wake up early in the morning. But what I always do on my birthday, I have a staycation. I leave the children like, bye guys. I take leave for those 2 days, my birthday and the day after, and I go away to a lodge.
What would you like to say to your kids? You know, I'm sure they're gonna stumble over this video.
Oh my gosh.
When they are grown, you know. What words would you like them to always carry with them, you know, forever until...
Sure. That's such a good question. It's so beautiful. I would say to them, guys, listen. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are chosen for a time such as this. You are intelligent. You can do anything that you put your mind to if you believe in God. And I want you to know, above everything, that I love you, and I will always love you, no matter what happens. My love for you is unconditional. But I want you to know that when you're 21, you gotta be preparing to leave my house, okay, and leave me and my husband to really be wife and husband for some time. I think
that's a good one.
I think I'll play this for them when they're 18.
No,
prepare them when you're 21, guys.
And you would have raised them, you would have done your job, you know, and
Yeah.
They say you never stop being a parent,
It's
but
true.
you know,
it's true.
But at some point they need to leave the house.
They do.
They still
it's true.
need to
Yeah, I can parent them from a distance.
Yeah.
And we'll just, interact and they can consult.
They can here and there.
But I mean, I see it with my mom. My mom is still my mom. She's still mothering, but it's from a different level.
Fervent Women's Club.
Yes.
It's a ministry that you're passionate about. Tell us a bit about that.
So Fervent Women's Club is an organization we recently started. We launched it on the 25th of March this year. And I've seen a lot of women in my space, my peers and around me who have forgotten about the purpose of God that's bigger than them. We are currently working on a business expo for women in business.
Okay.
And people can see more about that as we post on it. So our handle on Instagram is Fervent Women's Club.
Okay.
We are also on Facebook and people can follow us there and see more details concerning that event.
It's been such a lovely conversation. I've enjoyed every moment of it. Thank you for opening your heart up to us to get to know Tshego, who wears so many hats.
Thank you so much, Bosch. Thank you so much for having me.
If you'd like to hear more of these kind of conversations, please let us know in the comment section. If there's anything that spoke to you, please do so. And please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love, for all the support. I really appreciate it. And for me and Tshego, bye-bye.